This is Ryan with Income for Sharing, and I'm going to show you how to set the background image of your capture pages. Now, as far as I know, our system is the only one in the entire world that allows you to do this, and there's a good reason for that. The reason is that I could get sued if you use copyrighted images. So I'm going to be closely monitoring the background images that people use to make sure that they're not copyrighted. If you use a copyrighted image, I'm going to have to delete your account immediately without a warning. And I take it very seriously. I cannot afford to get sued for the background images that you use. So the way that you can check to make sure that your background image is not copyrighted and you can use it is to search on Google for an image that is labeled for commercial reuse with modification. So go to Google and click on images in the upper right hand corner and think of what you want for your background. Let's say we want a fireworks, something like that. I'll search for fireworks. Now it's going to pull up a lot of images, and what you first need to do is click on search tools and then click on usage rights and select the last one. It says labeled for commercial reuse with modification. You must do this unless it's your own image. Now, if you have your own image of something like you at a corporate event where you're receiving an award or something, that would be a great thing to use for your background. And I highly recommend doing that. But if you're just going to pull an image from Google, you've got to select one that's labeled for commercial reuse with modification. So click on that, and that's going to pull up all the images. As you can see, there's still a lot of images that you can choose from, even though they're labeled for commercial reuse. Now, what you want to do is look for one that's relatively widescreened. The square ones aren't going to look as good because they're going to cut off in the middle. They'll cut it off to make it widescreen. So look for one that's already widescreen. This seems like a pretty good one right here. Another thing you want to make sure is that it's a pretty big size, at least 1,000 pixels wide. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that it's a decent size so it doesn't blow it up to stretch it out and make it look not as high quality. So once you found the image you want, just click on that and then click on View Image. Now right click on the image and click Copy Image URL. Then go back to your website, click on your logo, and that will take you to the members area. Click on Edit Your Website, log in, now scroll down to the place where the box is that says Lead Capture Background Image URL. Again, read my important notice. Do not use any copyrighted images. Any image you use must be labeled for commercial reuse with modification according to Google Images. Now select all for any URL you already have in there and delete that, and then do Control V to paste your URL into that box. Then just scroll all the way to the bottom and click on Submit Changes. Now if you go back to your website and refresh, you're going to see that it's created that new background image for you. Now you also want to make sure you get a good background image that's a little darker in the upper right hand corner so you can see your name and your phone number and email address here. Obviously you don't have to do that, but I recommend that. And anyway, this is the only system that allows you to change the background image to any image you want, and it's free. And if you have any questions, just go to our Facebook group, Income for Sharing, and post your question in there. We're happy to help anytime. Thanks for watching.